Hey guys, Jen Greenberg here. So thank you so much for following my John Maxwell journey through the 15 laws of growth. So law number 9 is the law of the ladder. Character growth determines the height of your personal growth. So this was a pretty good chapter, and it's basically about personal achievement and how you need to continue to grow and how your character plays a big role in that. So, some things that I found of interest. One of the first sections is called To Be a Success, Think Like a Success. And I really liked that because I am a big mindset person, kind of a mind over matter. I really don't let much negativity into my life. So I really liked that he also preaches that same thing. If you want to be a success, you have to think like one. So some principles. So let's see, some principles that he talked about. He had this like leadership accountability group or whatever, and they went over these character traits, and they talked about them each week in their accountability group. So things such as restraint, generosity, hard work, motives, honesty, patience, humility, productivity, dependability, temper, attitude, facts, goals, planning. There's a whole list. But what I thought was really cool about this list is if you actually incorporate the law of reflection also, and you go through each one of these traits and just kind of see where you are in each one of these categories, it can really help you determine maybe which areas you need some help with, and just kind of gives you an idea of where to look and helps you to become more of a well-rounded individual. So I thought that was pretty cool. What else? Here are some quotes that I had highlighted. In almost every survey conducted, honesty has been selected more often than any other leadership characteristic. So, honesty, obviously a huge thing, and it's a big character trait that people are looking for in other people and that people are looking for in a leader. So, that's a big thing to keep in mind as we're each on our own personal growth journeys. 99% of leadership failures are failures of character. So, that, I don't know, that's a big number. So character is huge. It says, how frequently do people fail to grow, not because they didn't have time to read helpful books, but because they chose to spend their time and money on something else that was less worthwhile. All of those shortcomings are the result of character, not capacity. Character growth determines the height of your personal growth. That's the law of the ladder. So, really like that little sentence right there sums up the whole chapter. Let's see what else. Inside victories precede outside victories. If you do the things you need to do when you need to do them, then someday you can do the things you want to do when you want to do them. And to me, I kind of highlighted that because it's kind of like you've got to pay your dues. Everyone's got to start somewhere. You've got to follow through and take all of the steps necessary to get to where you need to be before you can be the one to start calling the shots. So we all got to pay the price and do the work to get to where you're at a point of a little more freedom, I suppose. So it says in here, I have often observed people who seemed to be doing all the right things on the outside, yet they were not experiencing success. When that happens, I usually conclude that something is wrong on the inside and needs to be changed. The right motions outwardly with wrong motives inwardly will not bring lasting progress. I loved that because in the business that I'm in, Beachbody, Team Fit for Life. So many times people are doing the actions that they think they're supposed to be doing, but they're not, like their heart isn't in it, or they're not passionate, and so they're not getting the results that other people doing the same exact steps are achieving. So I really loved that. Continual growth and lasting success are the result of aligning the inside and the outside of our lives. So your heart's got to be there as well as your daily actions. All right. What else? Borrowed beliefs have no passion, therefore no power. So I liked that because just because somebody else believes something, you can't just believe in it just because it sounds good. It has to be real. It has to be your passion, your dreams, your beliefs in order for it to come through as a passion. So what else do we have here? Okay, he's got a whole section on the stronger your character, the greater your growth potential. And he also kind of addressed this in that section I mentioned earlier about honesty and character. And your character is really going to develop, the cap on your personal growth. So if you take control of your behavior, your emotions will fall into place. So I really liked that. If we desire to grow and reach our potential, we must pay more attention to our character than to our success. So this is awesome. For me, I am reading this book because obviously I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to develop more in my own personal growth journey. And I never really thought about how my character plays into the whole scheme. So I really liked that, and it was kind of an eye-opener. He also says we must recognize that personal growth means more than expanding our minds and adding to our skills. It means increasing our capacity as human beings. It means maintaining core integrity even when it hurts. So that is awesome, and it's definitely something where you have to look inside of yourself and see where you rank as far as integrity and character. So as usual, at the end of the chapter, it has applying the law of the ladder to your life. He asks you to assess where you have put most of your focus up until this point. Has it been on improving on the inside or the outside? So you kind of look into your life, into that area. Number 2, plan to spend time in the coming months to regularly serve others, putting aside your own agenda and putting others first. That will help develop humility, character, others' mindfulness, and humility. And then lastly, character cannot be summoned at the moment of crisis if it has been squandered by years of compromise and rationalization. The only testing ground for the heroic is the mundane. So basically, what are you doing every day to develop the habit of character? Are you giving attention to your soul? Are you doing hard or unpleasant things? You can change who you are and your overall potential by becoming a better person. So that was the law of the ladder, personal, in the 15 laws of personal growth. So we're getting through it. We're more than halfway done. The next law is the law of the rubber band. Growth stops when you lose the tension between where you are and where you could be. So thanks again, guys, for following my personal growth journey with John Maxwell's book, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. That would be instagram.com/Jen Greenberg. Also, facebook.com/bbcoach10. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.